Alrighty, welcome to Randomness Insuses. I'm your host, Trent, and today I have a very special guest here.
Hello, my name is Wojak. How are y'all doing today?
So, you I don't know if you'll ever find out the true name, but we're gonna just go with Wojak, okay? Anyways, so how do you like podcast? Okay.
How do I like podcasts?
Yeah, this is just introduction to you.
Personally, I do like them. I find podcasts to be a great way to, for like it's a modern day radio, right? So like the ability to transfer info, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And you can do that too, where it's like you can do it in the car. It doesn't require as much bandwidth as, let's say, YouTube, for instance, watching a YouTube video. So I just find it as like it's a modern day radio.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that.
Which this will probably most definitely be on YouTube.
Yeah,
as well, but
exactly.
but you can still listen to it. Okay, but I have an icebreaker for you.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, what is your thoughts on social media?
Ooh, okay, I like that. That's a good one. So, social media, and I imagine most people think this. It's great to connect with other people around the world. Like I guess that's what its original purpose was. However, at the same time, since social media can be used for the transformation of, the transfer of information, I'd see it as it's just evolved now into just a pool of just political bias and just hate, So I'd say nowadays I despise media, I'd say, especially coming from the top companies like Meta and trying to think of another one, Snapchat as another one. No, social media nowadays I find.
And are you including just social media, or is this including news as well, like CNN, Fox, ABC, whatever?
Yep, all mainstream media I strongly dislike.
It's mainly media, not the social part. It's the media part.
Exactly. I agree.
Okay.
The social part, social part's great, but we need to have more civil discussion. I feel like something we're definitely lacking, in today's world.
Well, I hope that broke the ice for you.
Yes, it did.
I think it broke it for me. Wait, I still need to tell you what my thoughts are on social media.
Of course, go ahead.
Because that's not an icebreaker. This one ended.
Exactly.
For me, I personally, I think there's pros and cons to every bit of social media, and I think it can exist pretty well, but it also can negatively affect people, which is part of the world. A lot of people prefer seeing the negativity, which is a sad thing. If they wanted more positivity, I think it could be a lot better.
Agreed. Well said.
Way to spread media.
I like it.
And I think it could inform you too about important things.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, with that being said, for our icebreaker, this leads into our first topic.
All right.
Meta stock.
Whoa.
It's big crash happened. What was it?
Yeah, it happened about 4 months ago now.
4 months ago.
4 or 5 months, yeah.
Yeah, and yes, this podcast hasn't been on for a while. And if you were here last time, it was me and Anthony, who has left the Studio Vlogs team. But hey, we have a special guest today, and we are going to be talking about this whole meta thing.
Uh-huh.
And we talk about old stuff, new stuff, all that stuff. So let's talk about this meta stuff.
All right. Let's get into this.
So, why do you think their stock dropped?
Okay, so when Facebook announced that it was turning into Meta, right?
Meta.
Yeah, exactly. The supposedly this new generational breakthrough in technology and innovation for Web3 and just going into this.
You mean about virtual reality, right?
Exactly.
Something that's existed since the 90s. If you haven't heard of something called the Virtual Boy,
you know what? I have yes, I remember watching a video on that.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't go well. I mean, it was pretty poor technology at the time, but it's existed. So if anyone's to talk about the founding of it, I'd argue about Nintendo, and I'm sure it's been around before even Nintendo. So.
Yeah. I'd say definitely. Just Facebook changing to Meta is a huge factor. I think the start of that downfall was when, and maybe we can bring this up later too, but when Apple introduced new privacy features that disables ad tracking, which absolutely decimated Facebook's revenue. So I'd say that was definitely the start of the downfall.
And I think ads play a big role in this. I mean, even Apple is now doing their own thing with their own ads,
Yes.
and even Chrome and all that. But that's another topic for probably another video.
Yeah.
But anyways, that really, and that's their main primary source of revenue. But and the thing is, they've been straying away from ads to open up this metaverse, likely to put ads on, regardless.
Probably.
But that's the core of their company, and sure enough, they've also stopped kind of putting that focus. They're putting in everything. Did you know they spent over $1 billion on the whole metaverse thing?
Did they really? Okay, I don't know what the mark is thinking. I'm not gonna lie.
It's big. It's bad.
Sizable. That's more than some countries' GDP, which is anyway.
They're spending money where they're not making money.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're spending money on ads, then hey, they're still making money on ads. So
makes sense. Yeah.
I think that plays a factor, but also again with growing privacy concerns.
Yeah, exactly. I know that Facebook is.
With more and more people getting aware of the internet. I mean, people have been aware since 2000, probably 10, maybe even before then. But the internet really started picking up at around like mid to late 2000s.
Yeah.
And by now, it's 90% of people have the internet or a computer or a phone with the internet on it. So they have access to the World Wide Web.
That's
which
crazy.
I don't hear the words very often.
No, not at all. Did you know, though, real quick, it is faster to say World Wide Web instead of www.
www.
Yeah, or you could do that
or
too.
www.
Yeah, or just wha.
Wha.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to go to wha dot.
Yeah, exactly.
But then again, www is more techie.
Yep. That is true. Sounds like you know your stuff.
Anyways, let's go focus on this topic again.
Yes, of course.
About Meta and their horrible business practices.
Big time. Not only about them just trying to track you, but also trying to enslave you into a virtual reality. Yes.
Yes, and did you see how poor the metaverse looks? Based on screenshots. I've not used it, and I do not own it.
The graphics are awful.
Let's not forget how they renamed their Oculus headset to the MetaQuest.
MetaQuest, yes. Like, it's such a big adventure to...
And let's not forget this. It was the Oculus Quest 2 they changed the name of to MetaQuest 2.
Oh.
So where's the MetaQuest 1 Facebook? Or, sorry, Meta.
Yeah.
Where's my MetaQuest 1? I see an Oculus Quest 1, but and an Oculus Quest 2, and a MetaQuest 2, but where's the MetaQuest 1?
Good question. I wish I knew myself.
Yet they're also making expensive premium Oculus headset.
That's right.
Sorry, Meta headset.
Meta headset.
Well, I have to be here.
Yeah, exactly.
The facts.
Yeah, facts first. Yes, but no, I did hear about that. What was it like? Increased battery life, right? Wasn't that like one of the main things they added? Okay, it's like for what, $1,500?
I think they might have also. I don't know. Maybe increase a little bit of power on there too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I feel like they might want to, like, even if they're not using it, they're probably gonna just push that to market it. Say, you should buy this.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
all to play on a headset with graphics from like the early 2000s. Let's be real.
Maybe late 90s.
Yeah, maybe. Exactly.
Before I was born.
Like if any of you out there who have played Roblox, we're probably looking at like when Roblox launched. We're talking about those graphics. Oh yeah.
Maybe something on par with or below the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, probably. It's
bad. Or we could maybe as bad if not worse than the Sega Saturn.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And the launch games. We're talking launch games, not the later release games, which were actually pretty good, but launch games which were incomplete. And let's not forget, they spent over $1 billion on this.
Terrifying.
On something, and
his loss.
And if we look at other companies, for example, PlayStation, back in 2010, I think, or 2008 maybe, I don't know. It was during the PS3 they had something called PlayStation Home.
I don't actually remember that.
Okay, it was basically and these fans have brought it back to life. It's awesome.
Oh, nice.
That's something for another video, though. Again, or maybe later in this video.
It's random.
But, anyways, with that, it was basically a social media thing. Basically,
Oh, okay.
it was a free app, okay?
Uh-huh.
And when you play it, you created your own avatar, and there was a virtual little mall and stuff like that. It was really awesome. It was fun.
Cool.
And the graphics were really good. Like, if you've seen any PS3 games, like the first party ones,
Yeah.
they were on par with that.
Cool.
And they had little hubs themed dedicated to different games and stuff like that. You could even go to like a Star Wars cantina.
Can you really?
You could have when it was online.
Oh, I love
And
that.
then they shut down the servers. There's rumors that they might come out with a remake of it for the PSVR 2, which would be cool.
PS4,
And again, but again, this is PlayStation. This is not VR again.
Yeah.
But it had way better graphics
That's sad.
for
that's
a
sad.
console that's very hard to develop for.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, they don't make it easy, huh?
No, not at all. But
Dang. Yeah, that's man. Yeah, so yeah, Meta's the downfall has started. I know. What was it? Last time I checked, Meta's stock price was $90.
I mean, you could check it right now if you want.
Let's check that. Hold
Yeah,
on.
but let's check it. We have phones here.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't the Stone Age, Meta.
Yeah. Looking at you, Meta. Okay, so yes, confirmed. Stock as of today is at $90.79.
Wait, $90? Not even $1,000?
No, yeah, they dropped from their high of what, like 380 something, and it just plummeted down. So
Well, if you're interested in buying it, go ahead. If you think they'll survive.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, hey, if you're interested in stocks or whatever, this might be the time to buy for that. But I'm not into the stocks thing. But
yeah, we both are not.
I'm just saying,
financial
if you're interested, this is probably the best time to buy for it. But again, that's presuming they succeed, which I don't know if they will, based on the fact they're still diving all into this metaverse thing.
Yes.
That's not been proven successful at all.
No, not at all.
And again, if we look at and they're considering the new internet, right? Is
yeah,
that what they consider it?
Web 3.
Or
yeah.
the new way to talk to friends, like the cell phone or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Most people have a cell phone. Most people use the internet. Most people do not have a VR headset, let alone Oculus or a Meta.
A
Quest.
Meta, yeah.
I'm gonna keep calling it Oculus. I don't care.
No, it's fine by me, yeah.
Because I mean, if we look at Oculus when they started, they were for cell phones.
You're
For like the Samsung Galaxies, remember?
Yeah.
That's what the big thing was. If you bought a Samsung Galaxy 6, I think it was,
Mm-hmm. You
got an Oculus with it, and it was like freaking the coolest. There was a little, they had the movie theater app or whatever,
I forgot. Yes, it's been years.
where you could watch a movie in the movie theaters at home. I'm like, that's one of the cool things about VR.
Uh-huh.
Experience the theater experience. That'd be the coolest thing ever.
Exactly.
VR at home.
Yeah.
Without
VR has
spending
its place.
millions of dollars, but
Agreed.
Of course, because you don't have to move anymore. You don't need any special controls really.
Thankfully.
You just need a TV remote really.
Exactly. So
But-
VR has its place in the world, but not to live. It's not. You can't live in it. No, sorry. I mean, for those who want to, do what you want, but it's
Yep. And when you're looking up the stock, it was for Meta, right?
correct. Meta. Yep.
So that includes Facebook, Instagram,
Correct.
WhatsApp, Messenger,
Oh yeah.
and
Used to be Giphy. Giphy is now, I believe, last time I saw in the news that UK court ordered them to sell Giphy. So look at that. All right.
mhm. And then also with them, and something they're also been forced to do was and it doesn't apply till 2024. Okay.
Okay.
I was watching something on it yesterday, a week ago, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, they has to do with their messaging services and stuff like that.
Okay.
About that whole Digital Markets Act and the
Yeah.
Digital Services Act,
Uh-huh.
which will go into full 100% force in 2024.
Oh boy.
But there'll likely be increments of things which have forced many companies, including Meta,
Yep.
Apple, Google, I think Microsoft.
Yep.
I think they're all part of it. But anyways, they're all being forced into this.
Interesting.
But that's a topic for another time.
Another day.
But since we've been talking about social medias and basically Meta,
Uh-huh.
let's talk about another social media company.
Oh boy.
Next on our list of topics is the Twitter acquisition by Elon Musk.
All right.
He spent how much on it?
Ooh, I think it was. Hold on. Don't quote me on this, but I thought it was $54 billion.
It was bigger than the Disney Fox
Acquisition, I think so.
and bigger than the current ongoing Microsoft Blizzard,
No,
Activision.
Yeah, that's
Activision Blizzard.
Crazy. Like one man spending that much money on a social media platform.
I mean, did you see what he said his intentions are after it went through?
You said his intentions?
Yeah, he had a whole thing on it.
Yeah, I did read a little bit of it.
About how he wants it to be less bias focused, a lot more open. I
Agreed.
guess you'd say.
Yes. Thank
But
you.
there still has to be boundaries to comply with the law, of course, obviously,
Especially in the
and
EU.
also certain things to stray away from very toxic environments.
Yeah.
But overall, not at most, instead of banning a user for like maybe
Profane words.
or
Trolling, maybe?
trolling is its own thing about
Yeah.
that. He said with like users or like if they say something that he deems unworthy on the platform, he will just instead make a tweet, overpower it, saying this post has been blocked due to blah blah blah.
Okay.
Banning the user.
I like that.
However,
Great
he also
method.
said for like spam and stuff like that, those will be
Auto,
deleted.
ban, bro. Auto ban.
Yeah, but there will
Good.
be signs and stuff. They'll be flagged or whatever.
Good.
And he's also changing the verification system.
I heard about that. I'm
About
excited.
$8 a month.
Yep.
And people were complaining. I'm not actually complaining about that.
No, not at
Because
all.
honestly, that makes it a lot more straightforward for businesses and stuff like that.
Exactly. And you quite a few benefits included with this new Twitter Blue.
Yeah, I mean they've had Twitter Blue for a while. When I looked at the website, it was cheaper before, but obviously,
$4.99, right?
yeah, this could be $8, but whatever.
Hey,
it's not $50, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So.
And he was putting on his Twitter or retweeting or whatever, saying you could either go buy a Starbucks coffee or whatever,
Exactly.
or you could spend it one time a month versus 4 times or however much you get your Starbucks.
Yeah,
coffee.
yeah,
It's one
you
day
get a
without
coffee,
coffee or whatever. I don't drink coffee, but
I don't
for
either.
those who do,
Yeah.
it's one day without it, and you get a verification.
Exactly. You get that blue sticker.
And he's like, it filters out most of the spam accounts because they're not going to be willing to pay that.
yes,
$8
thankfully.
and risking it getting banned.
Yes, forever.
So they'll be out $8.
Yeah.
And out of an account.
Yeah, that too. I did hear too. If someone pays for Twitter Blue and they get banned, I heard Musk is going to keep that $8 and ban them.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about.
Exactly. It's like
So,
yes,
because
it's good.
because it's necessary. I mean, it helps pay for the platform to stay up, obviously. I mean,
Yeah.
he can obviously afford it, but it helps keep costs down for the company. I mean, yeah, and it's sad that a bunch of employees are going to get laid off, and there might be a lawsuit about that, I heard.
Yeah.
I don't know much about that, but that's still a bummer if that is the case. But if people aren't doing their jobs, then I understand that. But I don't know. I obviously don't work for Twitter.
Yeah, so we
So
don't know.
I
what's
have
going on.
no idea. I just go off of what I see online.
Yes, exactly.
And remember, anything on the internet may be true, maybe false.
Who knows?
Do your research yourself on anything we talk about.
Exactly, yeah, and
Like I think it's important to do your research. Look at both extremes, obviously.
exactly, yeah.
Because I think you need things from both sides and see how it compares to what is considered the non-extreme and see how it compares.
Agreed. So we'll see where this Twitter thing goes, but
Mhm.
I'm excited that he's doing it personally, especially.
And he's also thinking about bringing back Vine.
I heard that too. Yes,
Because
About
Vine was
time.
basically the same thing as YouTube Shorts, TikTok,
Or TikTok,
and
yeah.
Instagram Reels or
It
whatever.
was the OG.
It was the first one out there.
Yeah.
It's just Twitter killed it after they acquired it or whatever.
That's sad. It's sad, but
But hey, I think it might do decent. I'm sure it will make decent money.
I wouldn't be surprised because knowing that Vine was such a meme itself, like the whole platform itself was such a meme, I wouldn't be surprised if Vine becomes the most popular social media platform I'd say in the next decade, if not sooner.
Honestly, and it might give YouTube for a run for its money.
Yes, Google can actually, have competition. No way.
Yep. Because isn't Elon like the richest guy on?
He is, yes.
Or supposedly he is.
Yeah, supposedly.
And presuming he is, well, he could afford to compete with Google. Like, I guess I think he has a lot better views than Google.
Yes.
I think I
more
don't know.
ethical, more ethical.
And he's one human, and he has his own companies. And what he's being smart about is unlike something like Facebook or whatever, being its company and had to sell off like Giphy.
Giphy, yep.
He won't have to sell off his company because he's in charge of those companies, and he
Right.
owns them. But he's not. It's not the same. He's not a company, so it's different. You know. What I mean?
Gotcha. Okay.
So
yeah.
he's still having control over those things, whereas a company is just like, okay, that's very monopolistic.
Yeah, exactly. Uh-oh. Yeah, exactly.
Because if you're doing it yourself, then a company could easily exist and create competition for you.
Yeah.
The circumstances are much better, because even if it were to be sold to a different company, he could still be in charge of that company.
True, yeah, so you can't really escape that, but...
Versus a company, so...
Exactly.
But I think there's a lot of pros coming to it, and
Yes, I'm excited.
Pretty bad.
At the moment, yes. It's
popular,
yeah.
but it's bad.
Popular for the wrong reasons. Especially with, let's see.
If you want
a lot of bots.
controversy.
Yeah, yes, if you want, yeah, just log into the app and...
Well, I think, 3 years, probably. It'll probably be one of the best platforms to go to.
I hope so.
Because it already has established audience.
Yes, like of what,
And
380 million?
I saw a meme that Elon posted on his Twitter.
Okay.
It was, or retweeted or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Not posted, whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is.
But he said that, I think it was like, Elon joins the platform, I'm leaving.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever. And it's like, because he's gonna make it bad or whatever. Something. I think he posted. I could be wrong on that.
Uh-huh.
Don't quote me. But and then it's like, the platform's already bad, so you leave the platform.
Yeah.
Because he joined it, and you're worried he's gonna make it worse. So if he makes it worse, you're gonna leave the platform, or he's making it better, and it's better. Like there's no downside to it, you know.
No, not at all. No, and I know too that
either it's gonna kill off the platform, which is good, or he's gonna improve the platform,
which is good. Yeah, exactly.
So either way, it's a win-win.
It is a win-win, ladies and gentlemen. I do know too, because like what was it? I guess just real quick, I know that Musk wanted to use Twitter as the launch pad for X. You know, the X app, or his the app for everything. That's what Musk wanted to create. Is it's literally just called X. So we'll see if that comes to fruition, but we'll see. I'm excited for this everything app that may or may not come out. We'll see.
Absolutely, that'll be very curious.
Exactly.
I mean, you've looked at one of his first companies, right?
Yeah. What? I know. Wait. Not PayPal. What?
PayPal.
It was PayPal. Yeah. Okay.
Correctly, it was PayPal.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how how different how he still managed to do things after PayPal.
I know.
And
yeah,
PayPal's not doing as well.
No.
Wasn't it bought by eBay?
Ooh, I do not know. I'd have to look.
I think it was bought by eBay, and then there's a whole thing about it being exclusive to eBay, and then they had to open it up.
And then yeah. But regardless, even PayPal stock is just tanked after. Maybe we can get into this later, but for political issues, some PayPal's new terms of service, they yeah.
Honestly, if you're a company, stay out of politics.
Exactly.
It'll be better for you in the long run. If you go into politics, one way or another, you're going to lose an audience.
Yeah, big time.
Yes, I think it's important for people to do things. And this could lead us into our next topic, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Because our next topic is the problem with politics and how the U.S. midterms are coming.
Oh, boy.
So, the thing with politics is if you're a company, okay, stay out of politics, because it's going to hurt your company, because if someone's right-wing, they're going to leave you if you're left-wing. And if your company's right-wing, they're going to leave you. I mean, if your company's left-wing, they're going to leave you if you're right-wing.
Exactly.
Whatever, regardless. They're going to leave you. Whereas if you don't do anything, they're going to most likely stick with you because they like you as a company.
Exactly. It's like just stick with
whether that's morally right or wrong.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think people should look at a company based on other things.
Yeah.
But I think they should stay out of politics.
I agree.
And controversies, okay? Like, if something's very controversial for something, they should stay out of it.
Yes.
Keep away from it.
I do know some of the companies that stopped advertising on Twitter simply because of what Musk was doing. It was like Audi, Pfizer, General Mills, just to name a few. Simply because
they're gonna lose money on that.
Big time. But you know what? That's fine. It's like fine. Get those. I don't want to see those ads anyway. You know.
Yeah,
to be quite honest.
Yeah, and who's talking about how ads are experienced. But
Yeah.
back to the political thing.
Right, yep.
Politics are kind of dumb.
Agreed.
They're important, okay. Don't get me wrong on that. They are important,
Mm-hmm.
but the way they are viewed are really stupid.
Yes.
If you look at political ads, okay,
Mhm.
and I'm getting all the time on YouTube. It's freaking annoying.
I feel it.
I block them every time, and still they manage to get through.
They
Please
slide
just-
in.
and I can't. There's a way to block advertisers, right?
Yeah.
When I go to the I can't find those advertisers. I cannot find them.
They are sneaky.
So
They will
I
do whatever.
can't find them. And when you block a certain ad,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't give you the option block all ads from this person. Instead, it just says block this ad. I'm like,
That's crazy.
I want to block all the ads.
Yeah. Come
so,
on,
so,
man.
so if I want to block an ad for like Walmart or Target or something, I could block those, but I can't freaking block a stinking advertisement from a political party.
It's stupid. I agree. I especially ads. Yes, I get a lot of those, but I'd say I'm getting more texts about the different political candidates and stuff. I've been
Interesting. I haven't gotten any.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Interesting.
Strange.
Maybe your phone number is linked to something.
Maybe
I don't know.
I-
Or maybe something you filled out a while ago. Maybe it said, "Would you like to receive ads?"
I
And
said
those
no.
Ads,
I said no. I remember
maybe-
saying
maybe.
no.
Or maybe it's some scam thing. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
That's fine. But I block them. It's easy. But yeah.
Or maybe my phone is auto blocking them. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know, and it doesn't have to be presidential politics.
Yes,
It doesn't have
yeah.
to be U.S. politics or your country's politics.
Exactly.
Like, even if we go into video game politics, okay?
Yeah.
They don't need to exist. Basically, it's up to the people to steer the company in the right direction.
Exactly.
Or the person into the right direction. Because I think it's very important. Because video game politics are PlayStation better, Sony, or Xbox better, or Sony, Microsoft.
Oh, yeah.
Or even if we go phone politics, Android, Apple.
Yes, the classic.
Or if we go on computers, it's Mac, Windows.
Oh yeah, Mac, Linux, and Linux for the win. Just adds up, but no, yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, Linux isn't normally. I mean, if we look at Linux or Nintendo, for example,
Yeah.
they're not really included in it. They're there, but they're like kind of like the third political party.
they're the third wheel. They're just there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like Nintendo used to be part of that space, like
Yeah.
being a major one.
Mhm.
But basically, anyone's gonna buy Nintendo because it's a Nintendo.
Real quick, where do you think Nintendo's downfall happened? When do you think that happened? Do you think?
Probably after the success of the Wii.
Makes sense. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I think.
Unfortunate.
I mean, it's always been bad,
Uh-huh.
but at least at least when they had like something like the Wii U. I mean, even though this is after the Wii,
Yeah.
whether it's the Wii U or the GameCube or the N64
Mhm.
or whatever, when they were low, they were at least much more humble about things.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Now, when they were low, like I maybe they weren't on the Wii U. I don't know. They're kind of more. Whenever they get like really successful, they get really cocky.
They do. Yeah, they get a little greedy.
Let's
greedy.
not forget about their whole. Well, this could be a whole topic.
Probably
okay?
another time. Yeah.
Yeah, we're diverging off topic. Anyways, politics, stupid.
Yes.
I mean, something else like advertisers will do is maybe, say, two political people both want to put a ban on plastic. We're just playing something.
Yep, okay.
Political party A person will say, person B likes using plastic, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Vote me for this.
Uh-huh.
Even though they have this. They agree with the same thing, or whatever.
Exactly. It's all about.
Maybe they both want to keep plastic or whatever.
Yeah.
They'll be like, this person wants to keep plastic. Vote me. Not saying that they're gonna want to keep plastic. They're just doing it because the other guy doesn't.
Exactly.
Like even if they agree with, even if two people were the exact same agreements, everything the same.
It just comes down to.
They're gonna
votes.
still do it, and they're not even gonna tell them what they're gonna do
Uh-huh.
if you vote them. They're gonna tell you what the other guy's gonna do if you vote. If you don't vote for.
Unfortunate, but I'd say that's why we need more. We need people who love America first and foremost, not for the votes, but simply just to be like, I want to improve this country. It's a great country. I love America, but we just need better candidates. 'Cause, yeah, it's all about fighting and bickering now. We can't get anything done because we're just gridlocked.
No. it's just really bad.
Yeah.
And there could be more going on behind the scenes, too. We don't know.
We don't know.
There's rumors of this kind of stuff.
I don't want to know.
I mean, there's a chance people are puppeting all of them, which
there's some shady stuff is going on, but
there's no way to prove it.
Exactly.
And
nor disprove it.
Yep. And there's a chance if you do figure out a way to prove it, there's a chance you go missing. I don't know. I can't confirm or deny that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm just assuming that nothing's going on.
Probably
I personally think there might be, but I'm going to assume there isn't.
Who knows? It's a wacky world. A corrupt world, but...
It's sad.
Yeah.
And it would take everyone knowing for things to happen.
Yeah.
And it would take like a big hacker or something like that.
That too, yeah.
I think a hacker could be the saving thing.
Maybe.
It's sad, but I think it's true. If something were to come out...
Yeah.
Where about political parties, like the behind the scenes, and it were to trend, like they were to hack it to force it trending, I think people would understand a lot more and see the bigger picture.
Yeah, I agree. I'd say first and foremost, like, if you can't change it by, like, don't change it by, like, radical means. It's just, I'd say right now, with midterms literally coming up, just vote. Vote. That's it. Just vote. You know, vote for who you believe in. You know, I assume most people think that.
And if you don't want to vote, don't vote. But if you want change, vote. Hopefully,
yeah.
Hopefully that'll work.
Hopefully, we can only hope.
And again, even with the whole thing about the rigged election, I have no way to prove or deny it.
No, yeah, that stuff. It's confusing.
Because you can easily rig it. You can easily not rig it. We don't know. You could put your trust in political parties. I would not. Either side. And there's a good chance both sides are rigging them already. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
And there's a chance neither of them are. There's no way to prove or deny it. There's too much bias.
Way too much. And
the hard thing is,
does not help.
Yep. Oh, it does not. No. Definitely. And it's hard to put for anyone. It's hard for them to separate that bias.
Yes.
It's very hard.
Yeah. Almost impossible.
Yep. I mean, and you might still have a little bit.
Yeah, there's bound to be biases regardless.
So the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You don't know what the candidate looks like. You just know what they agree on.
Agreed.
I think that's the best way.
Uh-huh.
And you'll still have biases towards those things, but you'll know what to agree on. It's not going to tell you whether Republican, Democrat, or whatever. It's not going to tell you if it's Sony PlayStation or Microsoft Xbox. It's not going to tell you. You're just going to know the specs. You're just going to know the details. You're just going to know what they agree with, what they disagree with.
Exactly. And I guess that's the best you can do right now. Yeah. Honestly.
But again, I'm sick of political ads. I think you should be able to block them.
I agree. I think...
Because to me, I think, if anything, it makes you not want to vote more so.
Yes. Yeah, no,
it enrages me.
Yeah, yes. The FCC has already stepped in, though, for that, right? They just haven't done a great job with it, yeah.
Oh, if they did, I did not know. And if they did, they have not done a great job. I'm still receiving them.
Yeah.
I've blocked them. I've said, I'm reporting them. I'm doing whatever I can to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Because I do not want to see a political ad. Because the thing is with a lot of people, with the biases, they don't care what you say.
Yeah, they've already made up their mind.
Yeah, and there's that there's that middle ground of a small amount of people that will lean both ways.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're a lot less biased, but are easily prone to subsection, which is what these ads do.
Yeah, where they take advantage of you because, it's all about the votes. But hopefully that changes. Hopefully.
I doubt it, but hopefully.
Yes, hopefully. All right.
I don't know if we were just talking, and if we kept it in the podcast, well, then you'll know. If we didn't,
you won't know. Yeah.
I mean, you'll know there's something there, but you're not gonna see it or whatever.
Unless maybe if you're a member,
maybe I don't know.
Okay, for sure.
You'll find out probably if you're a member whether there's something there or not, or if you're watching this thing, if there was something there or not.
Nice.
Anyways, welcome back.
Hello there.
We're gonna start on our next topic. To still do with the U.S. to an extent. I mean, we were talking about midterms or whatever, but now we're talking about U.S. housing and city planning.
Hence the name of this podcast. Randomness Insues. I love it.
Yep, very different.
So, how do we want to begin this one?
Let's see, with housing and planning for the city or whatever. City planning is, I think it could be improved on.
Agreed.
Very much.
Especially in North America, I find to be quite abysmal. Just me personally, I'm not a huge fan of car culture. You know, some people are.
Let's not forget.
I respect it, but
gas prices.
Yes, that too. Unfortunately.
And then we got electric cars, and they have their own set of issues.
Yeah, big time.
With creating waste and stuff like that
Yeah.
of its own kind, and gas creates their pollution. So, all cars. This is every car. I don't care if it's electric, gas. They all have big flaws, and
Yep.
there's no real benefit to either.
No, not at all.
I mean, there's one benefit, okay? Transportation.
Yes,
that's the benefit, okay?
It's easy to move around, yes, and also it is your like personal vehicle, right? So it's like it's something you own.
And also, car trips are fun.
They are, yes. You get to explore the beautiful America, you know, on a road trip, and that is nice.
Or any country for that matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, besides that, but their city planning's not great.
No, I think, well, for one, in my opinion, I think we need walkable cities. Yes, along with, you know, biking, and then I'd say some sort of public transportation, moving away from a bus and more towards like a high-speed rail, like in Japan with their bullet trains.
Mm-hmm. I think there's this guy on YouTube from the Netherlands or something. Like
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I think it's like 2 bikes or something. I don't know.
Oh, I know who you're talking about there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good, and I'd recommend watching him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When this is on YouTube, I'll try to put a link in the description if I remember to. If not, just look up roads in the Netherlands or whatever, or something related to that.
Yeah,
and
just
it'll probably pop up.
Exactly.
I think his logo is orange or whatever.
Yes, because
I don't know.
It's a little sad. He does kind of diss on like America's like city planning, which makes sense, but it's just kind of like other countries are like look at Canada. For instance, Canada is the exact same as the U.S. when it comes to city planning. It's bad. It is. No, seriously.
Yeah, no, I know. I haven't been to Canada, but I know.
Yeah, yes, like I've seen it.
I know.
I even go as far as to say like I'd say even like any Eastern European country, I'd say also has just pretty bad designs.
I think everywhere has really bad designs. I think everywhere has really good designs.
You're right.
Because even America, I think there's some things that are really well designed.
Yeah.
And I think in every country they have something really well designed, but it doesn't work well with everything else.
No.
But I mean, if you took the best from every country, I think we have something really, really good.
I agree.
And then something else part of this topic is the housing.
Yeah, U.S. housing.
You were mentioning something on that. I think you could shed more light on that.
Okay. Literally, just a pet peeve of mine, okay?
Okay.
But I've always found suburbia to be awful. And this also ties into just city planning in general where, because America deals a lot with, we go hard on zoning, like big time, you know?
Oh, yeah.
As you've seen. So with suburbia in general, we don't have any shops or anything around suburbia, right? So that's one, right?
Yeah.
A lot of houses. 2, I mean, have you seen the building quality in these houses? It's cheap plywood, right? That's literally it's wood, right, for the framing, and then plywood. I'm not a construction guy, so apologies for all those of you who work in construction. Mm-hmm. They use plywood on the sides and stuff to build it. So let's
not forget that almost every single house looks the same.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah,
what happened to variety? If you go to any neighborhood that was built prior to modern day.
Yeah, I'd say I think it was the 60s when they started realizing like, hey, suburbia is awesome.
I mean, suburbia then was very different than it is now.
Yeah, but I agree. But that's when
if you look at this neighborhood, okay.
Yes. Okay.
This one, the one that you're at, 70s was built in.
Yes. So it's like, it's okay, but I like I personally find now I'm not gonna say that European neighborhoods nowadays are kind of the same way. They use better materials. They use more brick. They use more concrete. I love to see it. However, they're still doing that same copy and paste method, just like America.
I think variety is important.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think it makes the neighborhood look better.
Yeah.
because I think a neighborhood with different types of houses from all sorts of decades or whatever
Yeah.
looks good. I think it also brings personality to each house.
Agreed.
And
Brings uniqueness. Makes the city feel more alive. You know,
Yep.
more unique.
But again, I like the everyone having their own house. I don't
Yeah.
care for the whole city thing about you have one room right here. This is your house.
Yeah, that's your
in
quarters.
the skyscraper
Yeah.
or whatever.
I agree. We thankfully America has that amount of land to allow that, but something's got to change.
And then and I'm sure when the whole Mars thing or whatever, people will want to go to that. Not me, but
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be a lot of people that are interested in that, and they will probably pay to have you go there and live there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't doubt it. They probably paid to have you live there because they're like, we need more land.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Exactly.
I want you at in our Martian world, and then you could give birth to Mars babies or whatever.
Yes.
Martians.
Yeah, why not?
Anyways, because then you could all have your own land, which is a great way to get land, I guess.
Exactly. I don't know the size. Mars is. Hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Mars bigger or smaller?
Smaller.
Smaller than Earth. Okay.
It is smaller, but still is close in size to the Earth.
Okay. Cool.
It's basically doubling the amount of land we got. Well,
good enough for me.
Well, actually, we're getting more land on Mars because oceans.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
One of the hard things is water, but
Yes.
if they develop a filtration system,
We'll be good to
like
go.
a really good one, and take ocean water,
Yeah.
or some, I don't know, or I guess there's water on Mars that's frozen,
Underground.
or whatever. There's a way to. That's the hard thing is water, but other than water, food is very possible. Plants are very possible, and yes, the atmosphere isn't that great, but there's protected ways to measure against
Agreed.
stuff.
I do agree with you though. Like I'd rather stay on Earth. You know, it's like
Yeah, but I think it's important for people to go up there.
no, for sure. Yeah.
But I think it's up to the person whether they want to or not. I don't know how many people want to or do not want to go up there. I don't know how many people are scared of heights. I don't know any of those details.
Who knows?
But and again, communication, I don't know how that would work because I guess it's decently slow. It takes half an hour.
Yeah, for
But I think if people are living up there, I think people will find a way to make it faster.
We'll develop something. Yeah, I know we're already working on last time I heard something where NASA has 1 terabyte Ethernet.
Something like that.
That's amazing.
Because
That's a start.
I understand that communication is slow there. But they'll find a way to teleport light or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll find a way. Okay.
Wi-Fi at light speed. I'd love to see it.
Well, teleportation speed, instant.
Okay, so even
Let's
faster
go instant.
Wait, can something be faster than light speed?
They found a theoretical way.
Theoretically.
So
Okay.
I'm sure they'll find it out somehow.
Yes.
Will it be in our lifetime? I have no idea.
No, who knows? Until then, we are stuck in suburbia. Wow. Hopefully not for. Hopefully, we'll see.
I think we went from suburbia to Mars.
Yeah.
And then we'll get suburbia on Mars.
Hopefully not. Yes. But no, like I said, suburbia. I do agree with you. We need some more variety going, some better building materials, no more plywood. That is my biggest pet peeve. Just so you know, I strongly despise plywood. Cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It's plywood.
I think plywood has its uses, though.
Yeah, it's burnable. If you look at
it does, and it's good to build like little furniture or whatever.
True.
Like
yeah,
for your own.
It has its purpose. Yeah.
Yep, like a DIY.
Exactly. But I don't know, just about like building an apartment or something.
And some of the regulations for different areas is so weird.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
I mean, yes, regulation is important. Don't get me wrong. I think it keeps people safe.
Yep.
But some of it is the dumbest thing ever.
I agree. What do you consider one of the dumbest ones?
Okay, so in some states,
Okay.
Maybe a deck or whatever,
Okay.
you can build just fine. Other states, it's illegal to build one without a permit.
Oh,
In other
really?
states, you can only build it to a certain height, and then it's a permit. Other states, you can't even build a patio without a permit.
Yeah, things gotta change.
It is stupid. There's no correlation.
That's crazy, dude. Honestly.
Or like
That's
some
crazy.
states, it's like you have to have a window here, but you can't have one here. Or you need a window in every room, or you don't need a window in every room. Or it's like, where's the consistency?
There's not.
There's no consistency. But I mean, yeah, that makes the states different.
Because it changes per like state and county level, right? Like there are two separate. Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, obviously, state one overrules county.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Basically, if the state says no, the county automatically says no. If the state says yes, the county may still say no.
Exactly. It's wild, dude.
So basically, if it's no on the state level, it's guaranteed no. If it's a yes on the state level, it's a maybe.
It's a maybe.
It's a maybe.
Jeez. Yeah. Hopefully we can fix
And if
that.
it doesn't say it, then I think it's legal. If it doesn't say it, it's legal.
Yeah. I assume that's not everyone's main priority when it comes to this sort of thing, of course. But
No, not at all. But I'm just saying, for example,
yeah. No, I
laws
agree.
are stupid for DIYing and
I know.
stuff like
I
that.
wish it would change. I hope it changes. But obviously, I think I don't know. I feel like people are more worried about gas prices. I feel like and living at this point.
Yep, and that's important. Sad things have raised prices this much.
Yes.
Shouldn't have gotten to this point.
It has not. It should not have.
And there's
But-
some higher ups that could really make this thing crash and make things better for everyone, but they want to keep the stock market intact.
It's all about them votes, bro. But we should not resort to violence. You know, like
No,
just go.
no.
violence, Obviously.
Don't blame the political leaders on violence either.
Exactly.
Because I think for every political president or whatever, when there's a violent act, they get blamed for it.
Exactly. That's not their fault. It's really not. Not all the time.
It's mostly their supporters' fault.
Yeah, exactly.
And even they say, go ahead and protest things, they don't mean violently. They mean picket sign.
peacefully assemble. Yes.
Yep. And yes, I get super annoyed with a lot of these rioting or whatever. But it's even worse when you're throwing rocks, breaking windows,
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
harming small businesses. My goodness. What did the small business do?
I know. I saw it too.
You basically killed off a small business. This happened to me, a few years ago.
Yes, no, I do remember that.
It was during the COVID thing.
Yep.
And
Summer of 2020.
I'm not gonna say my opinion on masks or whatever.
That's
but,
okay.
Regardless, people who were like all in favor of masks or whatever had their mask off. Okay.
Yep.
They weren't even social distancing, and they're throwing rocks on things because of something that passed in Congress or whatever. They're breaking windows. A lot of small businesses went out of business that day because they couldn't afford, because they were already closed because of the whole COVID thing or whatever. And then they had to still pay the damages that were done that weren't even caused by them. They're not making money. Those businesses are gone now.
It's evil.
Great
Yes.
businesses, okay?
It's evil, but there is some hope. I feel like because of what happened, I know we're getting a little
Learning
off
from
track.
mistakes.
However, yes, I think states, all right, the government not so much, but states have learned, hey, this needs to stop. So I'm grateful for some of the laws that states have passed to mitigate these sort of things from happening. So good.
And
good.
hopefully, but the one thing about laws is they don't stop non-law abiding citizens.
I agree.
They only stop the good guys, not the bad guys.
Yes, but I'd say
I mean,
we have more protection now, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
The question is, how much protection are you willing to give up for your privacy?
Whoa.
Anyways,
Oh, yeah, I like it.
we can discuss that later.
Okay, all right.
We are going into our next topic, open source projects
I love
and
it. Okay.
its possibilities.
I'm excited. Yes. So how do you want to start this one?
Well, we could start with one of the most popular, I think it's the most popular
Yeah.
open source things.
Uh-huh.
Probably Linux.
Oh, yeah.
Probably, I'm guessing. I
Uh-huh.
don't know. I have not researched this.
That's okay. That's all right.
So, Linux is really great.
It is.
I mean, and then you can even make your own copyrighted version of Linux.
Yeah,
or
you
whatever.
can make your own. Now in Linux they call it a distribution.
Yep.
But it's an operating system, right? So yeah, it's so neat to think like you can build on top of Linux. You
Yep.
can make your own distribution.
Yep, and your own
Yeah.
thing could be your own closed source thing, or it could be open source as well.
Exactly.
It's up to you.
And I love that. Yeah.
Did you know the original at least the PlayStation 2 and
Yeah.
3 were Linux based?
Really amazing. See, Linux. Is
I'm
everywhere,
not sure
people.
if the PlayStation 1 was, and I don't know if the PS4 or 5 are. I know the PS2 and 3 were.
2 and 3, that's cool.
Because not only that, you could also install your own Linux onto those operating systems.
yeah.
For the PS2, you needed a Linux disk, which
Uh-huh.
they made for it, or if you hacked the system or whatever. And the PS3, originally when it launched, you could just natively install your own OS onto it.
That's crazy.
I mean, they ended up patching it for security reasons or whatever.
Uh-huh. For those of you who may not know what Linux is...
And that's what allowed the
Yeah.
government to create a super PS3.
Oh, did they actually?
Supercomputer, yeah.
Interesting.
It turns out there was two. One was made for the NASA, and the other one for the United States Air Force.
Neat.
One being larger than the other, but...
Open source is where it's at, man, I'm telling you.
Anyways, but Linux is...
Yes,
one
I
of the
highly
best things
recommend. People, you definitely, if you don't know what Linux is, 100% look it up.
There's still a lot that needs improvement on it.
Oh yeah, big time, especially in the gaming, world.
One of the biggest things is there's not that large of a community. If
Yeah.
there was a larger community, I think it'd actually help push this, make it better and bigger.
Agreed.
But again, we don't want it too large for certain reasons.
Yeah, yes.
There's pros and cons to joining every operating system.
Agreed.
One of the cool things right now, one pro is there's not a lot of viruses for it.
Nope.
But the more people that join it, obviously more programmers will develop them. So
Of course. But
that's the con. But
yeah, the state we're at right now, though, with Linux, it's looking up.
It's one of the safest operating systems.
Big time. One of the most stable that I have ever touched in my life.
Definitely very stable.
Yeah.
Great for media servers.
Oh yeah, big time.
Very great for it.
And can
very
run on
low power.
Oh yep, it runs on any old laptop, which
Yeah, well,
amazing.
almost any.
Almost any, yeah.
I mean, you could get an older build of Linux off.
Hey, if Windows 11 doesn't work on your computer, people, just grab yourself a Linux distro.
Yep,
It's
and it'll
worth it.
probably run a lot faster. Probably.
Probably.
Not
yeah.
guaranteed. Probably.
Probably, yeah. I
But
agree.
it runs faster than Windows 10, faster than 7, XP, Vista.
Crazy.
It runs a lot
It is.
faster.
And I know too.
And it's a great way to
yeah.
get use out of your old operating systems.
Yep, that too.
And it also could allow you to smartify your home with some old operating systems.
Yes. Use that old tech, instead of throwing it away, I guess.
And Android's also Linux-based, right?
Yeah, I do. Unix. No, wait. Is it Unix based?
Linux is Unix-based.
Yeah. Okay.
And Android is Linux-based.
Okay. Gotcha.
So technically, they're both Unix. If I remember, I think Linux was Unix-based.
Gotcha.
I think it was.
That's
I
cool.
could be wrong on that. But it is Linux-based when I looked it up.
Cool.
And it's its own version of Linux, and Android is also open source.
Yep.
But there's then there's the whole.
Then there's Pixel. Pixel kind of closed sources their stuff on. Well, no.
Pixel is Android still.
It is, yeah.
fundamentally. But the thing is with way it is on phones is anyone do it on their own phone or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But when it's on a distributed, like a Samsung phone, a Nokia phone,
Okay.
which still exists, by the way,
I'm surprised.
except they're smartphones,
Yeah, exactly.
and they're not as durable. I mean, they have a pretty durable one, though, but
Okay.
most of them aren't. And then there's the Pixels, whatever. They basically... That's why you can install any APK on your
Yeah,
devices,
I used to do
because
that
of
all the
open
time.
source thing.
Mhm.
But the thing with Android is something... If you want the Google Play Store on there...
Oh, yep. That's going to be a big...
You have to have these 8 applications on there, and you also have to have these certain features on your Android when you're building your Android phone or whatever.
Uh-huh.
If you want all that on your device, there's a whole lot of things you have to do if you want to make it Android, which is one of the reasons why it's not. But it's one of the ways they avoid a lot of issues because Android is technically open source.
Yeah. Makes
That's
sense,
a big
makes
way
sense.
for a company to avoid a lot of legal issues.
Yeah.
Open source
Open source it, people. Yeah.
But also keep some things closed source and then like a lot of Google's things, like even Chrome is open source.
Yeah, with
their
Chromium. Yeah.
However, the Chrome browser itself is closed source.
Of course, because Google.
But Chromium's open source, which is almost identical to Chrome.
Exactly, just without all the without it being Google-fied. Yes, Google-ified. Yes.
And it's still Google-fied, even though open source one.
I know, it's scary.
And so even if you get like even Microsoft Edge is Chromium based, so it has all the same things. So
yeah, that's nice.
I mean, Microsoft might have removed some of the Google things, obviously.
Yeah, because it's
Microsoft.
Yeah.
But regardless, and they both operate relatively the same.
Exactly. I'd say for best privacy, Firefox, great one.
great one indeed.
Yeah. Opera, no.
Or
Opera, no.
Oh.
Brave.
I think Opera is Chromium based too.
Oh, okay.
I think it is. I know it used to not be, but
Probably.
there was a whole bunch of issues.
What about
I think it's a
Brave?
Chinese-owned company.
Opera?
I think.
Oh,
I don't know. I heard something bad about it.
I
or
see,
whatever.
I see.
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it's like tracking.
All right, stay away then.
I want to go towards Opera. I mean, you can if you want.
Yeah. But Firefox probably the safest.
Yeah, I think the best way is create your own, but that
Yeah,
costs
there
a
we
lot
go.
of money.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to spend money, I think Firefox, to my knowledge, is the safest. It's not the most intuitive, but it's its own separate, completely original browser, and most websites.
Oh,
they
actually,
work on.
would you agree? Not Firefox being the safest, but the Epiphany browser in Linux. Do you think maybe that would be the safest? The Epiphany browser. Oh yeah.
I think so.
The
and a
old
lot
one.
of Linux builds, different distribution options will come pre-installed with Firefox.
Okay, yeah.
A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them do.
Uh-huh.
Because it's not open source, it's closed source,
Mhm.
but with its very much better nature, because we don't know all that goes on with Firefox,
No. Yeah.
which we know
true.
a lot more about what goes on in Chrome, but there's still a lot of concerns with
Mhm.
Chrome.
And of course, if you have an Apple device, then you have Safari, which I would say is probably one of the best for browsers, I'd say.
maybe, I don't know.
You don't
The
trust Safari?
It's not Safari. I just don't trust Apple. Okay.
Really? Okay.
Because Apple puts on this high quality, clean image layer.
True.
But look at all the stuff they know about you. If you think about it, if you have an Apple device or whatever,
Yeah.
they know a lot about you. They control a lot of the stuff you do.
They do, yeah, keeping you in that
So
ecosystem.
if you think about it, like, would you trust Safari?
I would well, okay. Not as much as I would trust the Epiphany browser or Firefox. However, I trust it a million more times than Chrome.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. I trust it, yes. Simply because. So, I know this. Apple does not take, and I read an article on this, I'll have to find it again at some point, but it stated that using an Apple device on a daily basis versus using an Android device, more specifically a Google Pixel, they found that Pixel collects, I think, around 15 times more data than it does from an iPhone. I was like,
That is true.
That makes sense. But they're not perfect. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say Apple's perfect. For sure.
However, one thing that's good about, I guess, a Pixel or a Galaxy,
Yeah.
if you hack it, there isn't very many cons.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Which is
There's
one
that.
thing. With an Apple device,
Yeah, trying to jailbreak an iPhone is.
if you
painful.
jailbreak it, you lose a lot of things. You
do.
can't use a Apple App Store.
Nope.
I mean, something's gonna change about that. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
But whereas if a Google device, there's still a way to get the Google Play Store running on
Really?
there, or there's
Interesting.
plenty of third-party alternatives.
Wasn't it true too that Apple will not repair your device if it is jailbroken? Yeah,
Mhm.
that's right.
Yep. However, one good thing that's happened is that right to repair thing about
Yeah.
them giving, selling parts,
Uh-huh.
which you might still be able to repair it. I don't know if they still software block it after you are a jailbroken.
knows? Who
I don't
knows?
know. I don't.
Yeah.
They even did something with their Air Mac or whatever.
Oh, really? Oh,
where if you upgraded the storage, it would stop working.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Which I'm like,
They put like a
it's storage.
Yeah.
It's easy to up. Why would you do? I mean, I know why you do that, but
Linux, man, I'm telling you. Linux.
Linux, you could, Linux.
Yeah, Linux is like you own that OS.
Mhm.
Like,
and I think a lot more things need to be open source.
I agree.
Is it? Didn't you hear the smart home standard thing?
I did not tell
Matter?
me more. Oh, yes, I did hear about
I
Matter.
think it's open source too. I think
I
could be wrong.
heard that. Yeah, I'm excited for that. So that's a step. That's a good step.
Every step in the right direction is great. There's
Yep.
always bad steps too.
Yeah, for sure. But just this open source stuff going. We're on to something. Here. So
But,
I encourage everyone listening, definitely check out open source
And
software.
I think
you know?
right to repair goes right alongside with open source.
Yeah.
Because I think for the software side it's open source. for hardware side, you need that right to repair to be able to repair your products.
Exactly.
Because I think that just plays a big role in that. I think you can't have one without the other. If you only have one of them, you're still not owning that thing.
Yeah.
If you have the other one, not the other, you're still not owning it. I think if you have both, you own the thing.
Makes sense.
Like, just think about a personal computer. Imagine if they hardware locked or whatever, or made it impossible to repair their pre-built computer or whatever, and made it where if you, again, well, Apple does this already, but if you wanted, if you bought the cheaper option, right? It's for your say you wanted a 500 gigabyte, and you want to upgrade to like 4 terabytes.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy expensive.
Yeah,
crazy.
But say you can afford to get that upgrade, right?
Okay, for sure.
So you order the hard drive and you replace it just to find out it doesn't work because you don't own your hardware.
Yeah. Yes, I know.
Because
Apple.
I think every cell phone, you pretty much don't own anymore. You don't own technically a cell phone.
That's sad. I know that there's like
you own a computer still, but they're working towards
making that go away.
Ownership of computers.
I think there's a few Linux-based phones
that aren't Android.
Exactly. So that's something, but no one cares about that. It's either Apple or Android, right? Mm-hmm. Or sometimes Nokia, but not very often.
There's some open source Android projects though.
I'm trying to think.
I forget what it was called. I had a friend tell me what it was, and he has it on his phone. It's called like Android. What was it? Candy or something like that. It was something weird.
You know,
I don't remember what it was called. But anyways, you have to jailbreak most phones for it or whatever.
It's sad, yeah.
Which again, less consequences on Android than Apple, but there's still consequences. Okay. But anyways, when you do it, it has an open source drawing app on it.
Okay.
Open source Word app on document thing on it.
True.
Open source store on it. Like all these open source things pre-installed on it.
I agree.
Where you can download whatever the heck you want.
Yeah, whatever you want. No.
And you could even become a developer for it or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is great. Mm-hmm. But it is open source. Now, however, it doesn't support every phone, and there's still a lot of testing for other phones.
Yeah.
And they stopped supporting phones over time because there's so many in the market to support.
Oh, gotcha.
And it takes people like you or me or whatever.
Yeah.
Doing that to their phones. I haven't done it to my phone, but it would take everyone doing it to their phones to keep the product alive for older and newer devices.
Yeah, for it to keep going. Now, real quick though, for our listeners who may not know what open source is, how would you describe open source?
However you want it.
Nice. Okay.
If I were to do one sentence, it's however the heck you want your product.
Yeah, I like it. Cool.
If you don't like a feature, you don't need it.
Nice.
If you like a feature, it's there.
Uh-huh.
You can choose what you want. It's like if we were looking at something closed source that has something similar.
Yeah.
It's like plugins.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of like that, or on a server or whatever. You add these little add-ons to it to make it yours.
Okay.
It's that customizability, except you know everything that's going on. You could protect. You could put your own security encryption on it if you are smart enough to do that. If not, you could always have someone else program your own security on it. It's your security. It's your device. If you don't want anything, you don't need to. If you want to keep your software out, you don't have to update your software every month. You don't have to worry about a prompt saying, it's time for you to update your device. Kind of like Windows, Android, iOS, etc. Saying you need to update your device. Or they'll auto-update it for you without control, patching maybe a cool glitch you found or whatever.
Yeah.
No, you stick on the version you want. You could have it to where it auto-updates. For example, like there's Linux Mint or whatever, or Linux Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. Great Linux Mint. My personal favorite is Pop OS.
Yep.
Great. They have you can download for Pop OS. They have pre-made drivers depending on what graphics card you have. So it's a
and
get out of the box and go.
Regardless of the one you go with.
Yeah.
You could have it to where auto updates. You could have it where it doesn't update at all. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to prompt you to, hey, this device is out of date. Go update it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you could set it to do that if you really wanted to.
Yeah, it can remind you.
I don't think anyone wants it to.
Nah, yeah.
I think they'll either have auto update or not auto update.
Not only that, but the fact that you can customize any part of your desktop.
you can make it look like if you like Windows, you can make it look like Windows.
Yep.
If you like Mac, you can make it look like Mac.
Yeah.
Whatever you like, you can do it. Because companies are removing customization over time.
Sadly, yeah.
Like if we look at like the oldest versions of like cell phones or computers, or even 10 years ago for things,
Yeah.
there's so much more customization. You can make your icons look how you want. You can make you can move your taskbar anywhere on the thing.
It's cool.
You can really edit things the way you like it. Nowadays, you kind of don't.
Yep.
There's like you have very little control over your products, and there's this big push for subscription-based models, which means you don't even if it is closed source, you don't even get to choose what happens.
Nope. And you gotta. Yep. You will.
Kind of have to roll with the subscription.
Yep. As the saying goes, you will own nothing, and you will be happy. Yes, sir.
Or so they say.
Yeah, or so.
Because I'm not happy with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, right to repair and open source are the opposite of what this subscription model is.
Yeah, I agree. And
because you own it, you buy it once, you own it, or you download it once, you own it.
Yeah, you should.
Like Linux is free. You own it, you download it. With hardware, yes, you have to pay for the things or whatever. But what's cool about Linux is everyone knows the details of the code.
Yeah.
So when you put your own encryption on it, you only know that encryption.
Mm-hmm.
It's not some mega corporation that is relying on you for their next $50 or whatever.
Exactly.
Or to squeeze the next penny out of you. That's what they want to know.
I like it. And also, maybe for those who weren't aware, Linux, the icon for Linux is a penguin. I mean, honestly, you can't beat that. You can't beat it. Literally an icon of a penguin.
Pingu.
Yes. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you.
Okay. So I think that's all we could probably go on and on about the greatness of open source. And Linux is the main one that comes to mind, but there are lots of things out there
for sure.
I definitely did not mention, but
do your own research on this. Yeah, check it out.
Open source.
Yeah.
And then same with right to repair. Look into that. There's a lot that needs to be done about that.
Big time.
But like, you could repair disk drives. And you know the PS5, right?
Yes.
Did you hear about the revision about having the all digital one, except it comes with a disk drive? That's
yes. Yeah.
Now the thing is, one of the reasons why I think they're doing this.
Okay.
First off, is to please retailers, or if you purchase a digital one, then you want physical, right?
Oh, makes sense.
Anyways, or transfer your game data or something like that. Anyways. Did you know a few years ago, in the U.S. at least, it was passed where you can repair your own disk drive.
Really? Wow.
And technically, you can't, or shouldn't. You won't void your warranty for future things built or whatever.
Okay.
So, if this disk drive thing happens, you just take off the disk drive to repair it.
Oh.
Then you don't void your own warranty for repairing the drive, but also you can just buy a new replacement drive if you need to. It's something easy for.
I like it, dude.
That's my theory on it. I think it might be part of that law that was passed.
Hopefully.
That might be pushing them. Oh, let's separate this. So people are all happy because we want that all digital future, but which I don't want. But
no, all digital's not. Yeah.
There's too many cons to it.
Agreed.
They could control everything, and then they could move all cloud-based, all subscription-based. Yeah. Boom.
So
again, with that saying, you said, you own nothing, you rent everything, and you are happy.
Exactly.
But anyways, let's go to our next topic.
All right, for sure.
Because we're going too far into this.
No worries.
This open source thing,
it's
which
a rabbit hole
really
that never ends.
important to know about, which might be talked about on another podcast. I don't know.
Who knows?
But upcoming video games.
Ooh.
Or board games or any games.
Any game. Oh, I'm excited for this. Okay, so for those who are interested in Paradox Interactive or know about it, like Hearts of Iron 4, for instance, recently my new favorite game that just came out was Victoria 3. Yes, sir.
What's it about?
So, Victoria 3, it's an economic simulator that takes place within the 1800s to the early 1900s, and you get to control your country and develop its industry, develop its farmland, and you
said it was Paradox Interactive, right?
Correct.
They're the ones who did City Skylines, right?
Correct, yes.
Oh, so it's basically City Skylines except through time, right?
Exactly.
With a twist, basically.
Yeah, and then think of it, too, because, like, you get to see the map of the whole world as it was back in the 1800s, and you get to control any country in that time.
That sounds really fun.
And I guess one of the main points about Victoria 3 is it's an economic simulator, yes, but you get to the game is mostly involved around people.
You said Victoria 3, right?
Victoria 3, yes sir.
So what was 2 and 1 about?
Okay, so 1 and 2, the exact same concept. However, they're out of date big time. Like the graphics.
It's just mainly a graphics thing, right?
Exactly, and
maybe with a few quality of life features.
Exactly.
And obviously, probably better mod support.
Big time.
Because like with their support for like City Skylines, for example.
Yep. Waiting for City Skylines 2, hopefully soon. Yeah. No,
with their City Skylines, the amount of mod support for that thing is crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's hard for me to find the right mod to use, but I feel you.
There's so many cool mods on that.
But yeah, Victoria 3, you get to literally, the main aspect is dealing with your population. So you get to see, all the people that live in your country, and you get to not control them, but you get to help them. You get to improve their quality of life and hopefully not make them rebel against you. It's super cool.
Something else that's cool.
Yeah.
That I'm excited for is Sonic Frontiers.
Oh yeah, Sonic.
The first fully 3D Sonic game.
Really? First full 3D? Really?
Full on 3D. Okay.
Has Sonic really been 2D?
No. He has had 3 games.
Okay.
He's had his adventure games.
Okay.
Which they're pretty well 3D, but it's not open world. Okay. I should say this is his first open world 3D.
Interesting. Okay.
And then he had their boost games, which would be Sonic Heroes, Sonic 06, Sonic Forces, Sonic. I'm trying to think of Colors, Black Knight, literally like Golden Rings.
That's cool.
Whole bunch of them they've released. Generations, which was a mix of 2D and 3D boost.
Oh, actually. Interesting.
But yeah, so those are those 3 things.
I like it. So
but
brand new Sonic
Forces, I'm excited for.
Oh yeah.
And the voice of Sonic, same voice, except he made it sound older, so...
Really?
It sounds like an older Sonic, so I'm curious on how the game goes.
Oh boy, I'll have to check that out. Is it going to be on Steam?
Yes, I think.
Awesome!
The only Sonic game that's not on Steam is Sonic Unleashed.
Oh, gotcha. And where can you find Sonic Unleashed?
PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii.
Noted. Thank you. Yes, you are the Sonic man. I don't know too much about Sonic.
That's the only way you go. I think you could play it on PS4 through PlayStation Plus or Sonic or on Xbox with Gamecast or using backwards compatibility, I think.
Okay.
All I know is if you want to play it on PC, you're going to have to use an emulator.
Oh boy.
Which are awesome.
Yeah, no, emulators are cool. Well, yeah,
and then,
I'm looking forward to that, yay.
That's an exciting game. And then there's obviously the God of War game coming out.
Oh, yes, new God of War. Let's go.
So,
for any of you God of War fans out there, let's get it.
Yep. What other games are coming out?
Oh, big one. Atomic Heart. All right, maybe you've heard of that one.
No,
okay.
Well, I might have. I don't know.
That's okay. Atomic Heart. It's a, how do I describe this? It's a fast-paced shooter that takes place in an alternate history timeline in the USSR in the 60s.
Cool.
That is the premise. And so, basically, I don't want to spoil too much. I recommend all of you guys check it out. It's called Atomic Heart. But
did it come out recently, or is it?
No, it's coming out February 20th.
Okay, so check out the trailers.
Yes, sir.
Okay, definitely.
But I guess think of it as like robots going rogue.
Okay.
And you gotta fight those robots, dude. Anyway, that's the premise. It has some horror aspects to it, but I've been waiting for this game for 3 years now. Because they've been on and off with development, and they'd be like, oh, it's coming out at some point. We don't know. So.
Well, at least they're getting the game done, unlike something like Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which has been gaining popularity because of their TV show anime.
That's what was it called again?
I don't know. I don't
care. Blade Runner, something like that.
I don't think so. I don't know what it's called. I don't really care.
No worries.
I don't care about Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, I mean, I find it to be a little boring. I find it to be like a futuristic GTA, not something I'd say is like wow, amazing. You know?
Yeah, it's its own thing.
For sure. Had potential.
Something that came out a while ago.
Okay.
But it's a really fun game. I recommend you check it out.
Okay.
Stranded Deep.
What is it called?
Stranded Deep.
Stranded Deep. Okay, I'll have to check. What is it?
Ocean survival.
You got me hooked.
Well, basically, the story is, so Stranded Deep is a game
Okay.
where you're in an airplane to start out with.
Ooh.
Male or
Okay.
female, and basically you're on a computer or whatever. You're doing nothing basically. You just kind of look around and the plane randomly crashes. Okay.
Okay.
And the premise is you swim out of the you for the first level you swim out of the game. Okay.
Okay.
You swim out of the plane. You find a raft, and then you get knocked out.
Ooh.
After that, the game actually truly starts.
That's when it starts. Okay.
And you're on a raft and you see an island in the distance. You got to go there, and then you learn some basic survival techniques. You finish the tutorial, and it's basically there's a story you could go through, but you kind of do what you want.
Okay.
You kind of survive on multiple islands. There's a total of 16 islands you could go to.
16. That's
Yeah, they're different every time.
unique. Nice.
You could create your own island too, and then have that spawn in as one of the 16 islands.
Really.
And there's a battleship for the end game and 3 bosses.
And a battleship. Hey.
3 bosses to find, and there's wrecked ships you can find throughout the game to give you resources and stuff like that too.
Oh, really?
Really cool game.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. That sounds pretty cool. Kind of reminds me a little bit maybe of like Subnautica, but this game is more like island survival sort of.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And it reminds me a little bit of Minecraft, but
Does it
not
really?
at all.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But like it has you have that creativity you could do.
Okay.
There's a lot of freedom you could do there.
I like it, man.
I mean, you can't do everything, and sadly, trees don't grow back when you cut them down.
Dang. But that's
Maybe
realistic.
maybe an update.
Yeah, maybe.
And they have online multiplayer for the console versions. For the PC versions, they have local multiplayer,
Okay.
which to me is I find weird that it's not the other way around.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Who knows?
But anyways, I hope they add local multiplayer to the game. It's 2 players.
Yeah.
But when it comes to multiplayer, really fun game.
I'm gonna check that out. That sounds awesome, dude.
Did you hear about Ark 2?
Oh my goodness, no, I did not. Tell me about this Ark 2.
So you know Ark Survival, right?
Oh yeah,
They're coming out with a
that,
sequel to that.
That game.
They're I guess they've been in the works for a while.
Okay.
I don't know. Don't know any details on it. All I know there's an Ark 2 coming.
Ark 2, people.
And Ark 1 is really fun.
It is wacky. It is very wacky.
Really wacky, really difficult,
Yeah, big time.
unless you customize it to be fun, which is what I'd recommend to do. Before you start a world, don't go in brand new.
No.
Just customize the controls to be a lot more fun.
Yeah. Yes.
Increase regeneration. Lower the difficulty.
Big time.
Because if you don't, when you die, it's no fun.
Yeah. It's unique. It's a unique game for sure. It's definitely different.
But it's really fun when it's fun.
Oh, and on the topic of unannounced anything except the title, it looks like they're making a new BioShock game. That is all I know. That is literally all I know. But another BioShock game is in the works. Super stoked about that. Yeah, have you ever played any of the BioShock games?
Nope.
Okay.
The most shooters I've played,
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing that's a shooter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the most shooters I've played is Star Wars Battlefront.
Okay, for sure. I respect that.
Yeah, I'm. That's not my favorite genre.
Makes sense. Yeah. No,
My favorite type. I have a few different genres I really like. I like survival,
Okay. Yep.
like games like Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft.
Like I said, Stranded Deep.
Uh-huh.
Ark. I also like creative type things. Again, like Minecraft.
Okay,
But
yeah.
Planet Coaster. Like
Ooh,
simulators,
yeah.
I'd say.
Simulators or
Like Planet Coaster, Sea Skylines.
Mm-hmm.
Even mobile games like there's a game called Paradise Island that was on mobile phones.
Paradise Island.
My Country or whatever. Game Insights makes those type of games.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, dude. I
Use-
played that on my old Windows 8 laptop years ago.
And
Where
then
it's
also
at?
they
Where's
have I also like tower defense games. Okay,
Yes,
like
thank you.
there's a game called
Thank
Guns
you.
and Glory on phones and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
dude.
Robo defense. I love
Mad
those.
respect. Any balloon tower defense game is awesome.
Yep. And then I love the more freedom tower defense games. I do like most tower defense games, but
Yeah.
like something like the original Guns and Glory
Uh-huh.
and a game called Robo Defense, you're given basically a blank map
Okay.
for the most part, and you kind of realign your characters or whatever, or place them down,
Interesting.
and you have to create your own strategy.
Oh, really?
So it's really fun, and it's also really difficult.
Oh, I'm gonna.
I love those games.
I want to play it now. Nice.
Anyways, I also like the other genre I like is I like real time strategy.
Oh, RTS. You can't beat RTS, dude. Any sort
I
of
really love my Age of Empires.
Age of. Oh yeah, I've never played it, but
Anyways, oh yeah, and Microsoft announced they're bringing it to the Xbox for console.
Age of Empires, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Now this is
Nice.
now it's a keyboard and mouse game, okay? This
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
first time. A lot of people saying, "Wow, it's the first time they're bringing it to console."
Mm-hmm.
No.
Nah.
This is the second time it's being brought to console
Oh, really?
in years. Okay.
Okay.
And I didn't even know this. I remember when I was streaming on my YouTube channel, the game. People were like, "Is this on console?" I said no, and then for whatever reason, and then it popped in my head like after the stream. Oh yeah, it's on this. It's on the PlayStation 2.
Really?
Yeah. Age of Empires
Wow.
2 came on the PlayStation 2 and Nintendo DS.
That's crazy.
The DS version is very different. Okay.
That's
very
crazy,
different game,
yeah.
but same
Concept.
same gameplay, except
Yeah.
horrible graphics
Yes.
and
The
less resources.
the
But
classic
it was on the
Nintendo DS.
PS2,
Okay.
only for the PS2 and PC.
Really?
It was released originally for the Windows
Uh-huh.
computer, and it was made by Ensemble Studios, which was later acquired by Microsoft after they went out of business.
Oh, that's sad. Isn't correct me if I'm wrong. I thought that Telltale Games is owned by Microsoft. Am I wrong?
I don't know,
Okay. We'll come back to that at some point.
but like Age of Empires, okay.
Yeah.
They released the original one.
Okay.
They released, which was about BC times, cavemen.
Okay, yeah.
They released the second one, which is medieval times,
Cool.
which was also available on PS2 or NDS. They released a Star Wars themed one,
Ooh.
which was Star Wars,
Which way? You guessed it.
with it coming out around the time of Attack of the Clones.
Oh, okay.
So they released
Yeah.
the game and then an expansion called the Clone Campaigns, and Age of Empires 1 and 2 had their own expansions.
Gotcha.
They also had a game called Age of Mythology,
Age of Mythology.
which is mythological creatures and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's, okay.
With like Greek gods and all that.
Oh, okay.
All about that. And then there was Age of Empires 3, which was about the Civil War. I mean, not Civil War, Revolutionary War.
Okay, so it just keeps going up in eras. Interesting. Yeah.
And then that was the last game produced by them before Microsoft acquired them.
So
And basically, it's just been remasters, reports, and stuff like that.
Okay.
And they finally released an Age of Empires 4, which I'm kind of disappointed in. Okay,
Oh, how come?
it's basically medieval again.
Oh, bruh.
It's
I
just an
wanted, like,
updated
a-
version of Age of Empires 2, basically.
Couldn't they do like the U.S. Civil War or something? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
But no.
they haven't done, or I think World War would be really awesome. I was hoping for
World War.
tanks or something like that. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, like Panzers or something.
Nope,
or Shermans.
nope. It's just this. It's just medieval.
No, you get an iron sword and castles,
It's-
which are cool in itself, but
But it's
we've seen
just,
it before.
it's I haven't played it. It's just
Yeah,
why
for sure.
I'm it's
kinda
like
nice.
$60. I
Dang.
could play 2, like the latest remaster for $20.
Oh dang.
And if you had the HD version, which was its own remaster
Yeah.
that was brought by fans,
Oh,
that
was
was officially endorsed. Anyways, came out, and that was $20. If you purchase that, it was $10 for that.
Jeez,
So you saved money, but
not bad. Not
and then
bad.
Age 1 they remastered for the first time, and haven't done anything since that.
That's
Because they released for Age 1,
Uh-huh.
they released the definitive edition.
Okay.
Age 2, when they first released it, it was the HD version,
Okay.
and then they re-released again as the definitive version.
Just
which
keeps re-releasing. Huh?
And then for 3, they released the definitive edition finally.
Mm.
But when 3 first came out, it was the first one to be on Steam,
Gotcha.
besides possibly Mythology. And Mythology hasn't received its definitive edition, which they are working on,
Cool.
which is an upcoming game to talk about.
Yeah. let's
Back
go.
on topic.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah,
but,
we're back at it.
The definitive edition is gonna be exciting.
I'm
But
gonna check that out. Yeah, man.
yeah, I'd recommend the best one. I think is 2 and Star Wars,
And Star Wars. Yeah.
and 1.
Awesome.
3 is okay. It's different.
Uh-huh.
And Mythology, I haven't played. But I'm pretty sure it's similar to 3.
Cool. Check that out.
Well, 3 I believe has the graphics of. I mean, not 3. Mythology has the graphics of 3,
Okay.
which are better graphics. Okay.
Yeah.
Which are 3D basically. Which the other ones being 2D ISO.
Okay.
I think that's what you call it, isometric view. Anyways, which, but it has the same gameplay elements of 1 and 2,
Gotcha.
with 3 having a unique gameplay element added to it,
Cool.
with 4 being pretty much the same as 2.
Pretty. Okay. Gotcha.
So
I like it.
I'm like,
Oh, and of course, don't forget the new Dead Space coming up. I just had to bring that up real quick.
okay,
It's been a very long time since I don't remember the studio, but they're remaking Dead Space. Really excited about that.
What about Spider-Man 2?
I've actually not seen the trailer. Honestly.
What about Wolverine? They're
No,
going with the Wolverine game.
I haven't seen that either. I didn't even know.
Yeah,
they were making
really,
that.
the Wolverine game, it's just a little CGI trailer, not just a tease.
Uh-huh.
But they're going to work on that after. Well, they're working on that right now, but they're going to be releasing that after Spider-Man 2.
Gotcha.
And honestly, Insomniac Games is pretty fast at coming out with quality games.
Interesting. Where are they based out of?
I think U.S.
U.S. Yeah, America. American
so.
made.
I think they were bought by. They were acquired by Sony, PlayStation, which they're still having creative freedoms, and they have not changed anything because basically they've been mostly developing solely for PlayStation.
Okay, gotcha.
So it made sense.
Oh yeah.
Basically, the only games they have not produced solely for PlayStation was like some weird drifting racing type game for Xbox, I think.
Interesting. Yeah, like something like that.
Sunshine something, Sunrise or whatever.
I've not heard of that, but that's interesting. Yeah.
And then some other game. I don't know.
Who knows?
I think it was Sunshine Horizon, which was probably a spin-off of Forza Horizon. I don't know. I have no idea.
That's okay. That's all right.
That's the whole reason I'm thinking it's racing. I don't know.
No
but what they've been making for PlayStation is Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah, Ratchet and Clank, bro.
That's been their big games. Since the PlayStation 2.
Forgot about that game, dude.
Yeah, and they pretty much have released a new game every single year, and each one of them has been really good.
Really well quality made. I love it.
Which you don't see a lot from studios.
Nope. Like
making quality game every single year.
Yeah. Like Call of Duty series. Like quite the opposite of what it means to be quality.
Because since Sony, the last game they produced before Sony acquired them was either the Ratchet and Clank remastered or Spider-Man, the original.
Or Spider-Man, gotcha.
I don't remember which one. And then after they were acquired, they ended up releasing Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Okay.
And they also released Ratchet and Clank Drift Apart or Rift Apart or whatever it's called.
Okay.
Which is really awesome. I haven't played it. It looks awesome, and I've heard great reviews. They're like their most profitable studio.
Oh, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I say so.
Not bad.
That's something else that's also funny about the Blizzard thing.
Yeah.
About Activision. You know how Activision has Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon?
Oh, yeah.
Those were... It was because of Universal had... that was the whole reason why they got it. Right?
Oh, okay.
Anyways, it was through Universal because Universal had the rights to the characters, sold them off. Anyways, the original game studios to produce those games was Insomniac Games.
Actually.
For Spyro.
Really?
And Naughty Dog for Crash.
Yes, okay, I do remember that. Yeah.
So Sony owns both studios that produced.
That's crazy.
Spyro and Crash, but doesn't own Spyro and Crash but Microsoft's about to if it goes through with the FCC and the European regulators.
I'm hoping not, but we'll see. See.
There's some pros and cons to everything.
Exactly.
Because if Microsoft does, we'll probably see a lot more games from them.
True, but
which is a pro. But the con is that whole. I just don't. It's Microsoft.
I don't trust the quality, and then
Well, I think the quality would definitely improve for the most part.
Oh, you think so?
Okay. I think so.
For sure.
Because Activision doesn't have that much quality to begin with.
Yes, as we've seen with various games.
Microsoft doesn't create that much quality for games. They do have quality games. But I mean, if we look at like Halo Infinite.
Yeah. Or
whatever.
Infinite was good. Had its issues in the beginning, but I found the game, it was enjoyable.
And then we have the whole Minecraft situation right now.
Yeah. I'm sad.
That whole chat reporting.
It makes me sad, Trent. It does. You know what? How about we make our own open source Minecraft? No.
There's one. I mean, I'm excited for Hytale.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. When is that thing coming out anyway?
2024.
Really?
I don't know. Or like 2023.
I remember hearing about it back in like 2017.
There hasn't been much word on it, but development's still going.
Good.
Still waiting for that beta. I will play it.
All right.
It looks fun.
How much is it going to cost?
Oh,
to be determined.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'm excited for that game though.
It's going to be great.
I think that might help finish Minecraft off and make something better than Minecraft.
As sad as it is, maybe it's time, you know?
Or maybe make Minecraft better.
We'll see.
I don't know. Maybe it's Microsoft, okay?
Maybe Microsoft will sell Mojang.
I mean...
Maybe not for buy Mojang.
No. I know that's not going to happen. Microsoft's not that stupid.
I know.
I mean, right now they're trying to downplay themselves.
They're trying
pretty hard. They're like, we're not that pop. You guys own Minecraft, the most popular game in the world. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah, regulars might look into Minecraft.
Yep.
Just for this Activision deal thing, but again, the thing is upcoming games. We talked about a bunch of upcoming games.
I love it.
Old games too.
Oh yeah.
We'll just call it games in general.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. And I guess, man, this what are we off to now?
Closing statements. We're about to conclude our podcast.
All right.
This podcast.
Honestly, first off, I just want to say, first and foremost, an honor to be on this podcast.
Thank you.
Yep. And I really hope this thing takes off. I really hope everyone check out Studio Vlogs. You won't regret it. It is great, truly. Some of the videos they make are fun. It's super funny. Check it out. Yeah, thank you.
And we have things called bad covers, where you can hear members sing very badly.
Yes.
There will be another season coming out, likely next year, or 2024, something like that, because it's gonna be a whole production.
I like
compared to the first season.
Cool.
Also, Studio Vlogs series. There will be a new episode coming out soon. I don't know when. I gotta edit it.
Lots of editing.
Likely next year.
Nice.
But yeah, there's some in the cartoons, obviously, short films for the channel. And also, with you being a special guest, would you be interested in coming on again for something else, or maybe another podcast?
I would love to. Honestly, thank you, man.
Honestly,
that would be such an honor.
Yeah, I honestly maybe we could do another podcast again.
Of course, yeah.
Maybe next week. I don't know.
Whenever you're free, man. Whenever you're free.
Honestly, I'd love to do another one of these.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get you on something else too.
For sure. Whatever you need.
Maybe some articles if you want. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, I could write a few articles.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you a bit more after the podcast on that.
No, of course. No worries.
And that's exciting.
Yep. Thank you to everyone who is listening as well.
Yep. So far, based on the first podcast, I don't think anyone, but I don't know. And maybe live recordings will someday happen.
Yeah. No worries.
And as of right now, you will never see his face.
Nope. Never.
That might change someday, but his position is no.
No, I am Wojak. Who will not reveal the face.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Unless he changes his mind, of course.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, and probably in the far, far future, if that is the case.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
maybe 100,000 years from now.
100,000? Yeah, roughly.
Yeah,
roughly. Roughly.
But all seriousness, you might see him on, hear him on other things.
You'll probably see me around.
Yeah, on other things.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say?
Ooh, that's a good question. Check out Linux, open source, way to go. Let's see, get out and vote. It's going to be great. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for everything. Thank you so much for hosting.
And do your research on anything.
Exactly.
Everything.
Yep. Google it yourself.
Google it. Bing it.
Bing.
DuckDuckGo.
DuckDuckGo.
Yahoo it. I don't know. Any search engine it.
Exactly.
Because
real quick before we go, it turns out Apple is also working on their own search engine. Yeah. Oh wait, no, sorry, excuse me. Search. No, yes, engine. They're working on their search.
Don't they already have one?
They have a search browser, but not a search engine.
Interesting.
Yes, sir. Anyway.
I don't know. That's a topic for
another day. Yeah, no worries.
There's so much to talk about.
I know.
And again, that's why I think it might be good if we do another podcast.
I would love to. Thank you again, man. It's been great.
Next time, I'm gonna bring a water.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little parched myself. But
I probably should have thought of that beforehand.
Yeah. Yes.
Nope. Didn't think of that.
No
yeah. Subscribe onto the YouTube channel. Follow this podcast wherever you're listening to it.
Studio Vlog. Let's go.
Yeah. Man. I think that's it. I don't know what else to say.
No worries.
Say a final word.
See y'all on the other side. Take care.
Bye.